Hello, everyone, and welcome back to This Day in History, our nightly look back at a specific day in history. We take a look at the historical context of that day, the people born on that day, people that died on that day. Sometimes it's just interesting. Other times, like yesterday, there's serious historical context behind those days. Today is a mixed bag. Mostly just interesting tidbits. So, let's take a look back at this day in history, January 23rd. And on this day in 1983, the pilot episode of NBC's television series The A-Team first aired. The A-Team was an elite commando unit in Vietnam that was wrongly imprisoned by the Army. They escaped and began working as mercenaries in the Los Angeles underground, doing whatever was needed to be done for their various clients, while constantly eluding capture by Army officers sent to catch them. This television series made Mr. T into a star, and it is still regarded as a cult TV classic. You can watch it on TV Land. I believe you can still watch it on Nick at Night. That's where you can check it out. You can even check it out on YouTube, probably Netflix, and other places. So if you want to go on the internet and find the A-Team, be my guest. Some births that occurred on this day. In 1947, in Beckley, West Virginia, the future governor of Delaware and the future and current United States Senator from the state of Delaware, Tom Carper, was born. Carper served in the House of Representatives as well. He served there from 1983 until 1993 when he became governor. And he served as governor from 1993 until 2001. And in 2000, he defeated incumbent Bill Rolfe, who was a liberal to moderate Republican, to become the senator from Delaware. And Rolfe really had a huge advantage at the beginning of his campaign. He had been in office for nearly over 30 years at this point, had a huge spending advantage. But during the campaign, Carper raised more money to get competitive. Even though he was governor, he was at a disadvantage in that area. But the big thing that hurt Rolfe was his age and the fact that he collapsed twice during the campaign. And Rolfe would die not long after his term concluded in 2003. So, and Carper has served in the Senate ever since. There have been abuse allegations made against Carper, some of which he has admitted to in the past, that he slapped an ex-wife in an argument once. So there is that on his record. But he has a pretty moderate voting record and positions for a Democratic member of Congress, and is currently the senior member of the Democratic, all-Democrat led Delaware congressional delegation, having served since 2001. And he took that status in 2009 when Joe Biden resigned from the Senate to, of course, become vice president. And he has been the senior senator from Delaware ever since. The junior senator from Delaware is Chris Coons, who replaced Senator Kaufman, who was initially appointed to replace Joe Biden. some deaths that occurred on this day. Wesley E. Brown. Now, most of you may be scratching your head and saying, who is Wesley E. Brown? Wesley E. Brown died on this day in January 23rd, 2012, in Wichita, Kansas. He was 104, and this was not just a kindly old man who died. No, Wesley E. Brown is the oldest person to ever serve as a federal judge in the history of the United States. He heard cases up till the month before he died, although he did discontinue hearing criminal cases in March of 2011. But he served on the court from 1962 till 1979 and assumed senior status in 1979 until his death. Just think about that. He heard cases from 1962 until 2012. He was nominated by John F. Kennedy in March of 1962 and was confirmed by the Senate on April 2nd and received his judicial commission on April the 4th. He served as the Chief Justice of the court from 1971 to 1977. He was serving on the District Court of Kansas. They only have one federal district in Kansas. It's a statewide district. He was a lieutenant in the Navy, and just a remarkable life when you think about it. That he served and was hearing cases at 104 years old. He stopped hearing criminal cases in March 2011. It's a very long life and a proof that if you stay employed and you stay active, that you can live a long life. Yeah. Wow. Just an incredible life and more proof than ever that those appointments are for life. Although they do assume senior status. If they want to, a federal judge can serve till they're 104 or longer. So, something to keep in mind. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Be sure to hit the bell notification icon and the subscribe button. And I will see you then. Tell a friend.